Hey guys, welcome back to Goat Golf. I'm going to be doing a YouTube Ryder Cup series in anticipation of the actual Ryder Cup coming up later this month. Today we are going to be looking at my day one matchups from my YouTube Ryder Cup roster video, and I'll pick who I think would win in each match leading up to our eventual champion. There are 4 alternate shot matchups in the morning and 4 best ball matchups in the afternoon. Let's take a look at the first matchup. Team USA sends up Jordan Wesley Bryan to match up against Fred Lindblom and Ryan Ruffels from Team World. This would be my personal favorite matchup to see, and I think it could go either way. Fred is criminally underrated and is a phenomenal ball striker with an incredible short game, while Ryan brings consistency and a true all-around game to the table. I think Wesley is the best player in this entire competition, and I don't think George is that far off either. These two paired together are a deadly duo. With their history and chemistry together, I have the Bryan Bros pulling ahead and winning match 1 for Team USA. For match 2, Team USA sends Brad Dalke and Sean Walsh to match up against Luke Kwon and Tooms. Before anybody starts mentioning that Luke is a US citizen, I've been made aware of his citizenship after I posted my Ryder Cup roster video. However, as far as I'm aware, he still has dual citizenship, and I think he would be a great fit on this Team World roster. I love the matchup with him and Tooms up against Brad and Sean. If Luke plays up to his ability, he could be the best player here, and I think Tooms' consistent play complements Kwon's game very well. But they have to match up against Brad and Sean. Brad may be playing the best golf of any of these guys right now, and he and Sean are a formidable tandem. In a close match, I would go with the consistency of Brad and Sean to prevail. For match 3, Team USA sends up Jeggy from Ohio and Zac Radford to match up against Sam and Taco. I really love this matchup. Zac and Jeggy are both very consistent players. While maybe not the flashiest duo on this list, these two would rarely be out of position, which is great for a competition like this. Zac has a smooth swing and is a great ball striker, while Jeggy will hit every fairway he sees. But Sam and Taco will prove to be a good matchup with these two. These two play together all the time and they have great chemistry. Taco has an enviable swing, while Sam has the ability to take down the best players in the space. I think this would be another close match, but I'll go with Sam and Taco to give Team World its first point. For the final match of alternate shot, Team USA sends Ben Hadden and Evan Thompson to match up against Bat and Peter Finch. This was another tough match to call. I think these two teams match up very well. Ben and Evan both hit the ball a long way and have the ability to go low. They both have experience in tournament golf as well that I believe will help them here. However, Bat and Pioneer Pete both have plenty of tournament experience in their own right. I think Bat is often overlooked as a player, and a cart cam with these two would provide some great laughs. They're both hilarious and are comparable, if not better, than Ben and Evan as a team. I think this one is close, but I'll give this one to Bat and Pete. We head into the best ball matches all tied up at 2 points aside. For match 1, Team USA sends up Grant Horvat and Garrett Clark to match up with Rick Shields and Peter Finch. This matchup would be a lot of fun to see. Grant and Garrett have always enjoyed playing golf together, and I think that would translate well in this competition. On the other hand, with this being best ball, I do believe Pioneer Pete is the best player of this group. Rick and Pete essentially helped to create YouTube golf as we know it today, but I think the Grant-Garrett connection gives them the edge here, and they come out victorious in this match. For match 2, Team USA sends up Micah Morris and Wesley Bryan to match up with Matt Fryer and Andy Carter. I think Micah could really benefit from a teammate that could keep him loose in this competition. Wesley would fill that role seamlessly. I think he always brings out the best of Micah when they play together. Matt and Andy play together a lot too, and I do believe they would make this a very difficult match for the Americans. However, I think the overall talent of Wesley would eventually be too much for the English duo to overcome. I've got Micah and Wesley winning this one. For match 3, Team USA sends up Kyle Berkshire and Brad Dalke to face off against Martin Borgmeier and Luke Kwon. This would be a fun match. Kyle and Martin both have incredible distance off the tee, and I think Brad and Luke are very similar players as well. At the end of the day, I think Brad is just too much for the opposition to handle and is playing too well at the moment for the other side. I've got Brad and Kyle winning a tightly contested match in this one. For the final match of Day 1, Team USA sends up George Bryan and Sean Walsh to match up against Ryan Ruffels and Tooms. George and Sean could be a really solid combo. They both have smooth swings and live in the fairway. I would love to see these two together, and I think they would make things very difficult for the other side. But Ryan and Tooms are an underrated duo themselves. I think this is a great matchup and it could go either way. But I'm rolling with the consistency of George and Sean to pull through on this one. Team USA wins again. Team USA exits Day 1 with a sizable 6-2 lead. Stay tuned to see if Team World can bounce back on Day 2. What are some matchups you'd like to see on Day 2? Let me know in the comments.